God. Okay. So my goal is to complete two embalmings, hopefully before dead time. I'm in, uh, which means I have 35 minutes. I guess I'm on my time zone, on location. But yeah. So my goal is to get through two embalmings and hopefully before dead time. Tomorrow, I can't sleep. I figured this would be a fun thing to do. Oh, I was yawning. um, yeah, get through two embalmings, and then tomorrow I host our company's holiday party every year. Where I'm in charge of all the food and drinks and venue and bar and yeah. So as much as it's a holiday party, I will be there pretty much working, which means I'm going to be about, I would say it'd be about 4 hours, give or take. I'm supposed to be enjoying myself, and I'm going to be I'm going to be taking care of little dumpster fires that were probably going to occur. Luckily, yesterday was Friday the 13th in December, which, as you know, I'm a horror girly, obviously by the game I'm playing. December's close to my heart because I'm a December girly. I was born in December, and I love Christmas. And so anytime Friday the 13th falls on December, I find it uber special. I like to think of Jason Voorhees sitting under a Christmas tree opening presents with Pamela, whatever. I hope she's wearing that fucking sweater because that'd be great. Oh, I should have played Friday the 13th today. Every time I played Friday the 13th in the last couple times, it's just been so laggy. Or I get in a lobby with like three people. The game's dead. And it was such a fun game, which is very frustrating. And it's all because the owners of the licensing for Friday the 13th are turds. 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 You heard it here, folks, first. You heard it here, folks, first. You heard it here first, folks. Oh, you don't get sleepy. Okay. So I'm confused because I finished this embalming. I didn't close out of it. But I just bringing me back. So I must not have saved or whatever. Maybe I quit out, but should I get this done before dead time? Because every time I play this game during dead time, something weird happens. And I've been having the dog has been not feeling the best, so I'm trying to keep checking on him. So I keep turning around. He's laying right next to me. He has a bed right next to me. Um, he's fine. I know, my little pup Murph, little sticker in the corner. Um, he on Wednesday. That's why I've been kind of a little bit out of sorts with streaming. On Wednesday, I worked from home. He, which I did stream Wednesday night. He woke up doing a weird jaw thing. I've never seen him do before. I'm very attentive. I'm like one of those parents that like I know when I have a baby. What if I ever meet the right person, partner? If I don't, I have eggs that I can just be by myself. Anyways, story. Um, so I'm gonna be like one of those parents that like I don't want to be a helicopter parent, not at all, because that's not how I was raised. It's not how on my parents I look up to raise their kids. They're very like real and hands-on and transparent, and I love it. For example, I think Kylie Kelsey is like awesome. She is a queen, Princess Diana. Not only because I'm a Philadelphia fan, but because she's just super real and she just lays it out there. Like she's like, it's tough. Like, and she even says like, there's so many times where she's like, I'm a teen mom of. She says like, I feel like a teen mom of three because there's sometimes she's just like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, and I love that she curses. It's funny to me, and even like in her podcast, she just came out with a podcast, which I think is awesome. Ironically enough, it comes out the day after New Heights, which means I think she's going to be um, commenting a lot on what New Heights comes out with, which I think is hilarious. Um, but she talks about how in the trailer for that, how she's like, I cuss in front of my kids. They hear the F word all the time. And that's how I was raised. And you know what? I curse like a sailor, for sure. But my parents also taught me there's a time and a place for cursing, professionalism, the workplace, school. Certain curse words do not have that place. And certain curse words also, the curse words, as long as you don't mean them in like a derogatory or offensive, what the fuck is wrong with me tonight? Offensive way. So when I say fuck, like I'm just saying fuck like as like a expression. Use any other derogatory language like in a very hurtful, demeaning way. Obviously, that's not allowed here, and that's not what my space is about. And I do have people that come to my streams that are friends that I do warn them that I am streaming, and sometimes they come out with derogatory terms, and I, out of their mouths, I will tell them, yo, like, knock it off. This is not, I don't want this on my platform. So, ever if you see one of acquaintances that I play games with that use a derogatory term, please, safe space, please let me know if it's offensive to you or if my language is offensive to you. Obviously, I'm going to hold myself accountable first and foremost because it's my platform. I can't control other people's actions, of course, but I can control who I let into my safe space for my friends when I claim this is a safe space. So, just wanted to kind of put that out there because I've had a few people say things like that. So, just peace and love here, and of course, I get frustrated. I'm a typical gamer. I rage. I say, fuck, shit, piss, dick, asshole. And my one slip up is that I do see the C word. But here's the thing is when I use it in like a good way. I know that's terrible to say. Like, I'm like, they're serving the C word. And not everyone, it's generational. I hate to say that because I feel old now. It's it's a cultural thing, which doesn't make it okay or right, or if it offends people, that doesn't. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like I said, I mean it in a good way, and someone else could hear it and be like, "Wow, she's meaning it in a derogatory way." So, just my soapbox before we get started. Anyways, I'm rambling. Yeah, Murphy. He would say he was being funky with his jaw and his mouth, but he was still eating, so I was kind of confused. And I called I wake up at like 5 a.m. on work days for just like do yoga and get ready for the work day, and he just was acting strange, and I was like, oh, so I called the ER, the 24-hour vet, and he said that it doesn't sound like it's an emergency. And I quote, we are at max capacity for emergencies right now. So if I don't think it's an emergency, we will not see him. End quote. Which I thought was kind of ridiculous. It's like telling someone when they come to the ER that we have too many patients, go back home, even though you're in pain. And it could, and like all the ER patients could be like something internal that you can't see, or their pain's just as valid. It might feel like, as someone with fibromyalgia, my pain like seems like simple things that I've learned to just cope with, and it's not good for me because I have the tendency of having pain that might be actually significant pain that's telling my body something. I'm just like, it's just me being overly sensitive. Like that's literally what I tell myself, and it's such a bad habit. And so it was really frustrating. So I luckily worked from home on Wednesday, and I watched, and he was totally fine after we went outside and went on a walk. Just making sure that word triggers him. He was fine. After we come back inside, he went to the bathroom. He went one and two. He was fine. And he actually was like running around, like playing with his toys, eating his food, drinking his water. Like I just was like, oh, maybe like he had a big number two or something. You know, dogs are hard to gauge on pain. And he was fine. And then I went to the office on Thursday. I had to go for a full day. And I came back, and he totally was the same thing he does when every time I come to the door, he greets me at the door. He's like excited. He's squeaking. He does this like, eep, eep, eep. Like when he's excited that I come home. He's like spinning in circles. He's bringing me his toy. He's pawing at like it's dinner, because when I come home, I give him, it's dinner time. At that point, it's like 5 or 6 p.m. So he knows to like, and now after we moved to a new place, he knows where his kibble is, and totally normal. So we go to bed and wake up today, and like I said, I wake up pretty early. Like I do my face, like brush my teeth. When I put food in his bowl, almost immediately, sound of the kibble hitting the bowl, even if he's in a dead sleep, he's up like a light. Like that noise just, he knows. And he didn't come out, and I was like, that's weird. And I look out there, and he's slowly limping, because I have a miniature dachshund mix. He's not miniature completely, but he is short. He's a tiny dog, and I have stairs up to my bed, and he was slowly moving. And I'm like, well, he just woke up. Maybe it's like one of those things where like you can't feel your feet, when you wake up, and like maybe he slept weird. And then I was like, okay, well, here's some food, and he ate it fine, drank his water fine, and then he just flopped and like laid over and just like fell asleep. Like I thought he was dead. If he wasn't breathing, I would think he was dead. And so I was like, that's weird. And so I'm like, Murphy. And when I look at him, he looks at me, and he just starts wagging his tail. So I'm like, that is so. You know what? It's the morning. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it's just a weird thing. Because we also moved. I know we haven't even been here a month. And so I know new places can cause stress, especially the fact that we lived at our old place for 5 years. I've had a lot of life changes. I'm stressed recently because of a lot of life changes. So I know my stress is going to reflect on him. He's going to feed off my energy. So I try to be calm. And so I was like, okay, how about this? Let's go OUTSIDE. Say the word because he's going to freak out. And he like stood up, but he slowly, and usually the minute I said that word, he's like bouncing off the walls. He's just like, woo, woo. And he slowly walked over to where his leash is, and he just laid there. And I'm like, oh God, this is not good. So I Um, I'm in an apartment building. I'm on the top floors, and we went down the steps, and he just slowly, and then he also, I mean, he peed and pooped fine again. He was walking around outside fine, but then like the steps were just painful. I could tell, like he just was like, and so I immediately called. At this point, I was running late because I was taking so much time with him, and I had to be at work at 8, and it was like 8:02, and I was like, so I anyway. Oh, sorry. My normal vet was open, so I called them, and they were just like, bring him in immediately. Like it, they were thinking it was pancreatitis because the way he was acting, it was like the fact that he flopped, and then brought him in, and he pooped again. It looked like it was painful to poop, like the muscles looked painful, and like his back muscles, and then it kind of dawned on me while I was at the vet because this happened last year. He sprained, quote unquote, sprained a disc in his back. He's a dachshund, so it happens. He's like a accordion, and he loves to jump. He loves to hop around, which is the worst combination for him. And he sprained, quote unquote, his back last the June of 2023, and it was like I got a whole month's worth of like pretty much ibuprofen for dogs, to an anti-inflammatory for dogs, and um it was like a month's worth, and he was supposed to be on bed rest, which means with Murphy, because the way he is, that means he's crate ridden because he loves to just explore and run around. It's just how he is, and which was heartbreaking for me because his crate is his like safe space when we're not here, and he loves his crate. Like he goes there when he doesn't feel comfortable. He goes there when he feels anxious. Like he's just that's just I know his personality. I know that's how he is. And um, he just broke my heart. That was his. Like he was stuck there. I didn't want him to negatively associate that with like he did something wrong or something. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do anything wrong. He jumped off a bed with a friend of mine. I had a friend dog sitting, and he jumped off a bed, and that was that. And then so luckily the vet saw him, took some blood work for just to make sure he could take the medication that he's taking. Um, and they said that it looks like he just kind of brief sprained his back in the same exact spot that he did before, which they told me that was a possibility because it's just gonna be sore forever. And then he had a pinched nerve in his neck, which contributed to the mouth like, twitches I was seeing that I thought were seizures. Um, and so we got the same medication. Oh my god. Anti-inflammatories and also a sleeping pill. So like, because he's such high energy, even though he's 9 years old, he's such high energy that once the ibuprofen kicks in and he feels better, he's gonna want to play and do all his throw himself a tennis ball and bring and jump around and jump on things because he's feeling better. So they gave me sleeping medication for him so he could pretty much sleep through all of the medicine while it heals. Um, so with that being said, I've been literally checking on him like a hawk every 5 minutes, and so I brought oh my god, I brought out his bed and blanket, so it's sitting right here next to me because he usually just sleeps in the bed while I'm streaming. And I wanted to see him. Like, I need like every 5 minutes I'm be like, are you breathing? That's literally what I'm doing when I look down. And so yeah, I just felt it was appropriate to have the blanket out near me because so he doesn't have to keep because he's the type that he's anxious that like every 20 minutes he will come out and check on me and then go back. Just I think he just wants to know I'm here, and that's totally fine. And okay, so let's try to get these last this I guess finish this one and then do a new one before dead time because it's crazy up in here. Let's see if I remember. See, I remember this guy. Yeah, because I even have the. Oh, his name was what? What was his name? I think it was the House of Desolation. Is it Invidious? Oh, so it's Shadat. Oh, I do remember that. It's not. Is. Wait, is it? He has Desolation. Okay, that's what that is. It's not Whitney. Just completely start over. 5 marks. I love it when they show you that this is the mark you're looking for. It makes it look like it's stinking, smelling like that. Watch. Let's see. I gotta say, how many embalming reports did I do? I figured out all the signs. So, Whitney. See, like, how it looks like it's stinky? It just makes me laugh. When it's on the feet. It looks like your feet are stinking.
There we go.
Oh, quick as fuck. Mickey Matthews. 8. Contusion on the head. Mole on the right shoulder. On the right leg. Not abrasion on the left leg. Abrasion on the left leg. Abrasion on the left arm. Gun. I think it's Santa Claus. It's always there's no way we're gonna be dead time.
There we go. All right.
That's when they start fucking with it. Ethanol. Glutathione. Lethal reagent. Her name's docked. Docked for you. I see you and I can feel you, she docked. Good.
I will bathe in the blood of the righteous. All of man, country of sin. My coming shall herald glorious sorrow. I will clean the flesh of man for my own. 3 houses in the halls of hell. 2 lodgings in the glory of my house. 1 to usher tribulation.
Dude, stop putting your bulge in my face. Shadat, you stupid bitch. See though? Somebody called her by name. I'm assuming it's a she, because this is petty.
Difficult for little Rebecca. Just give in.
Missing the... Missing the... I can't use that here.
What?
Missing the...
Gracious, great balls of fire. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
What a familiar voice. Be more comforting. Just let me in, Rebecca. It will be over.
It's not Winnie here. I think it's Santa Claus.
There we go.
Shadat. Grass. Big Santa Claus?